so high in the competition. I don't be surprised, surprise. I'm the king of the hood. Hey, boys, I thank you, Jay. Slipping, thinking I'm a star. I said the hook, it makes me holler like a hound dog. They see me dragging me, I know it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody? It is July 8th, 2017. Coming at you for a chat here. And last time I went ahead and was kind of brief, and then I read the Declaration of Independence there. The thing actually took me like 10 minutes to read. I almost pulled a Pelosi last time, calling it 2016, not knowing what year it is, you know. At least I don't think Bush is still the president. No, I'm not that whacked out. I'm not as whacked out as Maxine Waters. My millennials, stay woke. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Loretta Lynch. So, we'll go ahead and give you the full story. Well, as much as I'm going to talk about. We'll give you everything that's happened since last time I left you. Let's see, we know what happened in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to go back to that. I'm going to go right after that. So, what was next? What all have I missed? What all have we missed here? Valentine's Day, right? Usually when I'm talking about how it gets grayer and grayer, and I do that Lewis Black skit where you have to slit your wrist to see color, and that's usually Valentine's Day. Yeah, I've never been a big Valentine's Day fan, and I knew February was going to hurt. This February hurt real bad. Yeah, this February sucked. Valentine's Day sucked. Every aspect of February was brutal. Brutal as more brutal than I thought it was going to be. So I got through it though. Then we got through February, got through those days, got through March. It started to warm up a little bit. St. Patrick's Day. I skipped St. Patrick's Day. I hope everyone that went, I hope you enjoyed it. I tend to enjoy it when I go. I do like to do it. They do jack up the prices a little bit. It gets a little bit too crowded, right? You get a little bit less room. You can start getting knocked around, elbowed a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. But usually it's fun when you go. You run into people that you don't see all the time out and about. But I skipped it. If y'all are around the island, y'all probably saw me. I went through a couple months of running. I've been on the trails. You know, I was at 173 Super Bowl Sunday, and I lost it. I lost all of it. I was 147 the other day, so 26 pounds, man. Y'all see me out there grinding on the trails in March and February and April. That's what I was doing. So it was hard to get ready for this summer this time, man. I never want to have to lose that much again. I mean, my very first time doing it, I had to lose more than that, but this is the most I've had to lose since that first time. And I did. I lost it back. And, you know, through all of that, April come along. We had a good Easter, I guess. Everything was nice. Oh, beautiful spring. One of the most vibrant, colorful springs I've seen in a long time. Sun shining on the leaves, just everything's real bright, real green this year. And then May, and we had, what all did I miss there? We had the Masters, I guess, was April, right? Sergio Garcia won. That was pretty cool. Golden State won the basketball. That was awesome. Good job, Dub Nation. And what all we had, Mother's Day was good, nice family, you know, dinner and stuff. And then, like I say, summer's rolling in there. And then I had my birthday, turned 33. Oh God, I'm getting old, man, getting up there. And then we kept on going. June flew by, and by then I had lost the weight. Got out to the beach a few times, thinking about it today too. Beautiful Saturday. 4th of July. Actually shot off some fire. I didn't shoot off any, but I watched people shooting off fireworks around here. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun, beautiful time. Chilling at the pool off and on. Just having a great summer. So that's pretty much catch up to where we are now. I miss anything there? I probably missed something. Opening day of baseball. Baseball season's in full swing now. We're almost at the All-Star break. Braves are a few games back. I guess around 8 or so. Nationals are tough. We're going to have to win the division, though, if we're going to win anything. So that's just the wild card's out of reach. The people in the other divisions have such good records that the wild card's like a dream. That's not going to happen. But that's all the crazy stuff, all the fun stuff that's been happening. I guess we catch up on the news. We want to do the news a little bit. Finally, people have realized that CNN is fake news. Finally, people aren't buying CNN anymore. They've turned into a meme. It's a meme now, right? The news cycle, they're just recycling the same garbage. Are they going back to the Russian story? Didn't I say that was garbage? I said that was garbage last year, last July, a year ago, maybe last August. It's probably a year ago. They're going with that story. They're setting up fake scenes. Project Veritas, the Sting video, where the editor guy, he's saying, yeah, it's all BS. It's all BS. At least the viewers are dumb. Oh, they're so discredited. And they're not the only ones either. NBC, MSNBC, Faux News. At least Faux News has, like Hannity and Tucker Carlson. I'm surprised they haven't fired Hannity for telling the truth. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, wonderful. But, yeah, the hit piece from Project Veritas, just amazing. Not hit piece, the Sting video. The hit piece was Megyn Kelly on Alex Jones, and Megyn Kelly has completely hit the tank since then. They're done. They're done. It's nice to watch. I don't think they'll come back unless they start telling the truth. And what do? It's hard to watch any of it. It's hard to even watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune these days because of all of the big pharma ads in between. It's like they're trying to dupe old people into buying pills that'll kill them. You see the side effects on some of these things? Good Lord. I mean, Jeff Foxworthy made a joke about it like 20 years ago. It hasn't changed much. In fact, it's gotten worse, and they're still trying to push it on you. They're still trying to sell it. How do you make this stuff change? How do you make this stuff stop? With your dollars. You don't buy it. Just don't buy their crap. Don't watch their news or listen to it unless you just want to see what they're spewing out. You want to see the level of lies that they're telling. That's the only reason I look at it anymore. It's all a joke. Usually I get Alex's take on it watching the show. He's pretty much spot on. I think the stuff that he says tends to come true. But yeah, if you want to discredit this stuff, just don't buy it. Vote with your dollars. Vote with your dollars. And they've tried to crush all of us by demonetizing all the channels and stuff. Mine never got monetized, so I don't really care. You do whatever you want with it. I'll never make a whole lot of money. I don't care if I get clicks or not. I'm just doing it for whoever wants to catch up with me or listen to me talk that I don't get to talk to all the time. So that's that. I had some planets aligning too. I almost missed that. Yeah, did y'all see Saturn right next to the moon? Full moon, Saturn right next to each other that night. Those nights in June. I think it was June. That was a crazy, crazy little scene. All the planets going across. They've been visible throughout early part of the summer. So that's been fun to watch. It's been very interesting looking at the sky. Should I go in that direction or go back to where Leo Zagami in the Vatican? I don't know which way to go first. I don't know. I think maybe it's all connected, right? The Vatican's got its secrets. What does the Vatican know that we don't get to that we don't get to see, right? Under their hive mind that goes straight to the crypt catacomb right in the middle. They're black pillars with the bees on them, trying to create that hive mind mentality. Man, I see through all that garbage. The poop, is the poop still at it? What happened with the vice poop the other day? Is that how the Archbishop of Canterbury? I don't know what they call this guy, but apparently he got busted for his child pederast rings. I've been talking about that for a while. Finally, it's all starting to we're starting to go after him. I think that guy Scalise that got shot, he was starting to bust some of these pederasses, and that guy went and shot up the baseball field or whatever. Well, are those Republicans out there? And then they had somebody on either CNN or one of these news stations say, oh, well, you know, we just need somebody with some better aim. Like, what? You're talking about calling for violence all the time. These news agencies, they're terrorist organizations. You gotta stop calling for violence, man. Denounce all of that. I know I do. I don't want anybody to be any kind of violent towards anybody, really. There are some people you can't talk to. I mean, if somebody's walking up about to start head chopping, I guess you got to go after them. But other than that, yeah, let's not do that. So yeah, the vice poop got busted, and then the other day there was some kind of orgy going on with cocaine, hookers and blow, something like that. I mean, I'm telling you, they're doing it. They're doing it. That's a corrupt organization. It's not even the real Pope. This is some Jesuit, out of control, crazy guy, left-wing nut. I don't even know what you call. They're not progressive. I've continually called them the regressive left. So Leo Zagami said that happened. The news broke it 2 days later. And Leo Zagami's a high-level guy, man. When he gets on the show, you listen to him. He's up there. Vatican insider. So that's been what's been going on with them. As far as what they're holding back, I think I've done some research. I've looked into David Wilcock and Corey Goode. I think what they're saying is pretty good. I think they're pretty much on point. A couple of red flags when they kind of want to be the only authority or the only source. It's like, I want to see some other sources. I want to cross-reference and cross-check it. But I think that they're on the right path. I do think the military has some technology that they've reverse engineered, some things that they have made, and definitely some kind of secret space program, possibly weaponized things. I do think they have that triangle craft. But I also think that it's not anywhere near, that their program is not the only thing on the block. Let's put it that way. And I think it's not anywhere near what other beings might have. I think there is a strong possibility there's other beings, some of them evil. Maybe they're the ones that are pulling the strings behind everything. Right? The poop is just the face, one face. Just like the president's just a face. As much as I think Trump is his own person, and I think he is trying to pull us back, and we're working on it. We need the tax cuts, man. We need it. They're trying to take away our dollars. They're trying to demonetize. Trump's trying to give it back. Congress is trying to stall everything, but possibly pulling the strings behind all of it and looking out for us might be some other stronger beings. Not strong, but just more advanced beings. I know there definitely seems like there is a faction with the cabal, possibly an evil entity behind it, or a group of entities behind it. I know there's probably factions within each, I guess, species or type of a group of beings. Because just look at humans. There's factions within the human race, right? So if there's another race out there, there would probably be factions within it as well, I would assume. But like I say, I don't know. I don't know any of this. But David Wilcock's version does make sense. There's an evil cabal group, possibly reptilian, possibly something else. I don't know. Behind basically a New World Order system trying to destroy us. I could see that. And then there's a good group of entities behind the resistance to that, and also the push for full disclosure of what's going on. You know, I'm tired of the secrets. I'm tired of it. I want to know. I want to know what's happening. Based on what I've looked into, though, I think that's pretty close to the mark. And also, the military, for the most part, is good, and they don't go along with evil things. So there's, again, good and bad factions in that, but I'm not sure. We got this guy not sure over here, like Idiocracy over here. I'm doing it live, so I mean it's more difficult. I'm just not 100% on any of it. But I know that the military, like, for the most part, is good, and you give them an evil order, and they just say, no, we're not going to do that. As far as a military coup, it's already kind of happened, and they're behind the president who's trying to help us do good things and work together with everyone across the planet to keep peace on the planet. And if I were another entity watching us right now, yeah, I'd be reluctant to talk to any of us too, because wow, everybody's pointing their guns at everybody. I mean, we were playing War Chicken for a while there in the earlier part of the summer. It seems like it's cooled down right now, other than North Korea, who's just out of their mind. Little Kim over there firing off another missile, right? Isn't that what he likes to do? Look, we can launch it this far. Stop it, basically. So I guess that's about where we are. Check out, Steve Quayle. Steve Quayle was on the show yesterday. Very in-depth type of person. Go to stevequayle.com. You'll see what he talks about. It gets out there. They're talking about the obelisks on Mars and all sorts of things like that. Buzz Aldrin, they were talking about how Buzz Aldrin said that there were things out there, and yeah, I mean, I think there are things out there. I think there's a lot that they're not telling us, and I don't think all of it came from humans, so I'll put it that way. But I highly recommend listen to Leo Zagami, Steve Quayle, and look into David Wilcock and Corey Goode. And if you just read up on all those, you'll find what I'm looking at for the most part. I'm not very good at articulating it right now, doing it live like this. Let me go read from it. I could read from it real quick, I guess. You want me to just give me a second? I haven't pulled it up yet, because obviously I'm very prepared. Oh no, I'm doing the laundry. You can probably hear it back there. Was it Endgame 2? Endgame. I think it's Endgame 2. Antarctic Atlantis. Yeah, why are these people going to the Antarctica here lately? Did they discover Atlantis and ancient technology from other beings? Are they excavating all sorts of things? I think they are. I know that people have already spliced all sorts of human-animal chimeras and stuff in their secret labs. So I mean, that's that's out in major papers. And I'm not talking about the Washington Compost. Yeah. I'm looking for it. We're looking for full disclosure. Yeah. That's Corey telling the truth. There it is. The 5 different group categories. The Earth Alliance. This is the group Dr. Przenik, and yes, I highly recommend listening to Steve Przenik, spoke on behalf of in part 1. It is comprised of brave fighters in all 15 of the U.S. intelligence agencies and many international factions. They're basically really good guys, and they're trying to keep everything in order, even though we are completely out of control. But we're not completely out of control. We're actually doing some really good things. We're winning, but it's hard because people are dumb. The MIC Secret Space Program, Military Industrial Complex Secret Space Program, series of factions that believe they were the only game in town up until recently. Basically stuff that the military has. Yeah, they thought they were hot stuff. Now they know, and the army guys, like the military on the ground that's not involved with the secret space program, is good for the most part. I guess it's hard to differentiate between the factions. You have to really spell it out, and being able to do that is tough to articulate, but I'm trying. The Secret Space Program Alliance. This is a breakaway group within the Secret Space Program that is much more advanced than the military industrial complex version. The Secret Space Program is controlled by the Cabal, but the Alliance is definitely not. So, the Secret Space Program Alliance is a group that's kind of not controlled by the evil Cabal that's been trying to take over the world. The Inner Earth Alliance. There are several different human extraterrestrial civilizations living in huge caverns beneath the Earth's surface. Each racial type we see on Earth appears in these groups. And then the Sphere Being Alliance. This is a group of super advanced extraterrestrials that have been called the Guardians and manage the spiritual and physical affairs of entire solar systems. That's the group that they're actually pretty good. They're just kind of watching us, I think. Just look into David Wilcock in Endgame 2. He explains that whole thing. I tend to think he's on the right track. Like I say, I just need a way to cross-reference it. And most of the stuff that they're talking about, people that actually know this stuff aren't going to be willing to talk to most people. So I've had a hard time finding a lot of people that'll actually tell me anything. Who am I? I'm just some civilian peon, right? That wants to know. What would I do with the information? Would I blab it to everybody? No, not on YouTube. This stuff that I just gave you is all available. It's all available online. You can look it up. You know, it's not too hard to find. And I just told you where I found it all and who I listened to. So that's that. As far as if I did have the information, I mean, I would tell a couple of people, but they're nice people and they wouldn't do anything with it. And like, who would I tell? Buddy in Tennessee, maybe a couple others, a couple people like my mom, you know, that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't do anything with it. I definitely wouldn't hurt anybody. I'm very peaceful, very chill. I just like to know things, so I look up things, and I try to figure it out best I can. And I'm definitely not with the Cabal or the evil people that want to control everything. I don't like to control things. If I have power, I give it right back. Like, hey, yeah, do what you want. You're free. Just don't hurt me or anybody. So that's that, and that's what I've been into. About time to play y'all out, because I'm not going to spend all day here on the computer. You know me. I just know. It's nice outside, man. What are we gonna play it out with? What do y'all want? I hadn't even looked up a play out song. Seriously, that's how lazy I've been with this stuff. Like, I've got all of these pictures and all these funny things I could give y'all, but I'm kind of waiting for when I have a guest to do that, because when I have a guest, we talk and I record it through the mic like that, but I can't do it with a video of me. So, you know, I'll just wait till we have audio only, and when we have audio only, then I'll put the pictures with it. Have fun, right? Do we want to play Alex? Just play out with Alex. Play out with God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not prepared. Let's go Moonshine Bandits. I don't know. Which one do you want? Pass the ammo. Throw down. Lady Luck. On the run. I don't know. Throw down. We'll do throw down, I guess. Whatever. Oh, AIDS. Gotta mute it for a second. Ads are AIDS. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I'll get back with you when I can articulate things better. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, we about to get muddy on this one. Moonshine Bandits and the Lax. California to Georgia. What you know about that? Every mud hole in between. What you know about that? Let's roll.
About to have a little redneck throwdown. Mud trucks with them big ass tires. So kick back if you never did know how. The big boys throwing down tonight.
Jump up in the Chevy, rev it up and slide. Keep the red, white, blue flying high in the sky. Double barrel in the back on my jar of apple pie. Pouring whiskey on my box for every soul. Got a Chevy full of girls getting muddy.
Peace.